welcome to the Butler Collegian newscast. I'm Kristin and Catalina.
And I'm Catalina Gallegos.
A female reported she was fondled and confined off campus in the 800 block of Berkeley around 11 p.m. last Friday. The female reported a suspect as a 5'10" white male between 20 and 22 years old, wearing a blue baseball cap and a white button-down shirt. The Butler University Police Department sent out a dog alert around midnight, warning students as well as a dog watch advisory the next morning. This investigation is still ongoing, and anyone with information should call the Butler Police Department.
April is also Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Butler, along with the Office of Sexual Assault Response and Prevention, along with various student organizations, will be holding 10 events throughout the month of April. Head to our website, thebutlercollegian.com, for a list of the complete events.
As the end of the school year is nearing, students are beginning to finalize their housing for next school year. Many first-year students attended a housing selection lottery event last Wednesday, expecting to be placed in Fairview. However, when students' numbers were called to pick their rooms, Residence Life informed them that Fairview was completely full and they would be placed in Resco, forcing students to change their housing plans on the spot. Executive Director for Living and Learning Kelly Shellog said that the record-breaking class size, as well as Butler's 2020 plan, are some of the reasons sophomores are being placed in Resco.
Neuroanatomist Dr. Jill Taylor will be awarded the highest civilian honor in Indiana this Thursday at Butler for her contribution to brain wellness education and research. Taylor is not a Butler faculty member, but did support the year-long Butler Brain Project 2 years ago, saying, quote, "I am very touched. I feel a strong connection to the Butler population, and I know it's the kind of collaboration that will continue to grow in a really positive way," end quote. A representative sent by Governor Holcomb will present Taylor with the Sagamore of Wabash at the Shelton Auditorium in South Campus. It has been a big week in sports. Jake Bedell is here with a recap.
Thanks, Catalina. Well, Butler's run in the women's NIT has come to an end. Last Thursday, the Bulldogs traveled to Cincinnati to take on the Bearcats, but ultimately fell 72-65. The Bearcats outscored Butler 24-9 in the fourth quarter, cementing their victory. Butler struggled in the first and last quarter, shooting less than 30% from the field. And their play in the second and third kept them in the fight, but in the end, it wasn't enough. Whitney Jennings led the Bulldogs with 25 points, followed by Tori Schickel and Kristen Spoiler. The Bulldogs finished the season with a 23-10 record, their best since the 2009 season, when they posted the same record. It was another disappointing weekend for Butler baseball and softball, but not because of their play. Rather, it was the lack thereof. Both teams had to cancel games on Saturday and Sunday due to poor weather yet again. Baseball was fortunate enough to play their Friday matchup against Southern Illinois, which they won 5-4, but this makes it 4 baseball games and 5 softball games that have been cut in 2019. Hopefully their luck begins to change and turn as the Bulldogs head into Big East play. The tennis teams split a pair of games last weekend. The pair played a tight match against Villanova last Friday and edged out the Wildcats 4-3. However, it did not carry over until Saturday as they fell to St. John's 1-4. The women's weekend was similar, with their Saturday matchup against Providence finishing in a 4-3 Bulldog victory. Yet Sunday, Bulldog was swept by Marquette Golden Eagles, and they fell 0-7. The men are 15-6 this season with 5 matches remaining before conference tournament, and the ladies have one final matchup against Xavier before the Big East tournament and they are 11-12 this season. Hopefully we'll see some, program success as they head out towards that Big East tournament. So we'll see what they can do.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Jake. So our convo that we're debating for the end of the newscast is biggest pet peeves.
Oof.
I would have to say my biggest pet peeve is people who push their dog in a stroller. I just don't understand. Like, I would never buy a stroller for my dog.
It's pretty interesting.
Like, your
I've seen it a
dog is
couple
supposed
times.
to walk.
I mean, if the dog's
The dogs
small
like
enough,
to walk.
why can't you put a cat in a stroller if you put a dog in a stroller? Just the thought.
This is true.
My biggest pet peeve, I said it earlier, but I got a little too heated, so I'm not going to say it now.
God, here we go.
So my second pet peeve, I hate condensation on water bottles. I hate whenever it's wet and then the ice melts. Oh, I don't like touching it.
That's an interesting one. I mean, my biggest pet peeve is just when I hold the door for somebody, I don't care if, they're 5 feet away or 50 feet away, I'm going to hold the door for you, but I expect a thank you in return. I just want to thank you for holding the door open for you. That's my biggest pet peeve.
Southern hospitality. That's all I have to say.
Well, now you know all of our biggest pet peeves. Well, that's all for this week's episode of the Butler Collegian Newscast. To stay up to date with all things news on Butler's campus, visit us at thebutlercollegian.com or on Twitter at Butler Collegian. I'm Kristin Camilleri.
I'm Catalina Gallegos.
And I'm Jake Bedell.
Have a great week, dogs.